Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner, okay? And this is my review for 90 Day Fiance Self Quarantine, okay? Season 1, Episode 6. I believe the season finale coming on this week, so we shall see. Anyway, first things first, if you have not done so already, please come on to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. Wait. And all that goodness and stuff. My notes is popping up and messages popping up and they confuse me. Okay, but let's get into it. Center yourself. I gotta go into the office tomorrow. Bitch, I don't wanna go, but I'm gonna go. Okay. Anyway. Center yourself. Do not forget to also like this video. Okay, hit the like button, to comment in the comment section, and to also, share this on your social mediums and hit the little share button or whatever, and share it on your Facebook or on your Twitter. It is greatly appreciated. You can also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner, and all that information is where? In the description box below. Okay. I feel like 90 Day Fiance is oversaturating the market because, again, we have, before the 90 days, we now have self-quarantine. In a couple days, or I think within the next week or so, we have the regular, is it the regular 90 Day Fiance? Or maybe it's Happily Ever After. I don't know, but I'm going to do the next show, whatever. But I feel like we don't need the quarantine before 90 days and whatnot all on at the same time. Okay, so again, if anything that these people was in on here was on what now, I don't know, I don't care. But let's get started. First up, we have Fernanda. Now, Fernanda was on the season that I did watch, her and the dude Jonathan or whatever. But I feel like, first of all, that ain't what she looked like in real life, okay? This is what she woke up looking like. I feel like, and I'm not trying to face shame her, but I feel like sometimes, because she's a model, supposedly, allegedly, and people see this and like, oh my gosh, she looks so amazing. And I'm like, sometimes, she looks like us, like regular people or whatnot. I feel like more people need to show their true selves, okay? And not be always made up and stuff, because we ain't got time for it. Because when they first showed her, I was like, who is that? I'm like, oh, she wears makeup to cover up some things and whatnot. But I'm going to leave that be, okay? Anyway, we know Fernanda's 22, okay, she's not living in Chicago. Now, her and Jonathan, okay, was only married, for 6 months, okay. After 6 months of marriage, she seen it was a shit show from there. Everything went downhill from there. Now, I don't know exactly what happened between them. I remember people talking about it and stuff. I remember her wanting to move out or whatever city they was living in, and because he didn't want to move to, they insinuated she kind of left him because he didn't want to leave and move out of the state or whatever. I don't know. Again, I don't care. They're not legally divorced, okay? I do feel like in one way or another, she was too young to be married, and he was too old to be married to her, and I feel like that's why it ain't work out, and that's why she is now living in Chicago, where she always wanted to be. I'm not gonna say that she used him for a green card. What I'm gonna say is she came here, was married for 6 months, and now she divorced and she living in Chicago. Green card-ish. Okay, anyway, and he could have been an asshole. I don't remember. I don't care. What I do know is I'm a model now. You know what I'm saying? With this package going around and shutting everything down, my money is real funny. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't have no plan B, huh? Should have kept that husband. Okay, anyway, she brings up how, she has an apartment in Chicago and she has a roommate. Now, her roommate is also a model. They met through their agency. Okay, but again, they ain't got no jobs right now because ain't nobody, hiring models or whatever. And so they both sitting around in their empty ass apartment looking for some sugar daddies who don't want no sugar. Okay, but I'm like, all sugar daddies want some sugar. Unless they real, or you got to get you like a 90-year-old sugar daddy who may not want no sugar. But any sugar daddy who's like 88 and younger is going to want some kind of sugar. Okay, I don't know what kind of sugar. Brown sugar, tainted sugar, sour sugar, some kind of way it's gonna be some bullshit going on. So she brings up how, because she's a model, she has to stay in shape, all the gyms are closed, so she had to, think on her feet, what can I do to work out? So she went and flirted with the staff at her apartment building and they ended up letting her borrow, let her use some of the gym equipment that was in the gym in the apartment complex that was closed down. Okay, I'm like, girl, use what you got to get what you want. We also see her using, she was exercising with the couch. Like she was pushing the couch up with her feet. I said, you get some strong legs, like some strong legs, or like couch, either way. Anyway, we do see her and the roommates, sitting around chit chatting or whatever. Sometimes we're great like sisters. Sometimes we fuss and we fight because we both are females. We have periods. I'm looking like y'all both young and dumb, if you ask me. Because again, y'all both live in Chicago and it's models. Y'all, like I ain't got no money, so girl, I don't know. They may not be dumb. They may not be dumb. But I feel like, this cute stuff, we fuss or argue because we both have periods, we females, is a dumb comment to me. Okay, is what I'll say. Anyway, we do see her, having a little Zoom date. Okay, it's a guy named Clay, who she said has been on other reality shows. I don't know what shows he's been on. I haven't seen him on one or whatever. But she met him before quarantine or whatever. So they kind of hung out a little bit beforehand, but the timing was off or whatnot. And they kind of reconnected once the quarantine, started back up or whatnot. So they have them little, Zoom date. Now, I'm like, he do look familiar, but I don't know from where. At the same time, I'm like, he could just look like a random man who looked the same. I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? She brings up how, he has everything I would like in a guy so far. It was a cute little date. They was laughing with each other, dancing around and stuff. And it was funny because he had on shorts. You may think he had on like a pair of pants, like a whole outfit. Nah. He stood up and he had on like, like gym shorts or whatever. And, but again, they stood up and they did like some little salsa dance and everything. They was cracking jokes and laughing. He was acting as if he knew Spanish. It was a cute, Zoom date. Zoom dates are cool. I've done a couple Zoom dates that I'm not gonna do no more with some people, but it was cool. And she brings, maybe things will work out with us. Maybe things will work out. Who knows? Maybe he will be her new sugar daddy. I don't know. But that is all that we got from Fernanda. That she's in Chicago, Zoom dating. Not modeling no more, and she needs some money and she needs some workout equipment or whatever. Peace be on to her. Okay, we then have Tiffany and Ronald. Okay, Tiffany and Ronald, I seen their season. I know for a fact they're on what now right now, but I don't care. Anyway, she's 28, he's 30. She's living in Maryland, he's living in South Africa still. And she brings up how, they have not been together as a family in about 6 months. Because, again, he's in South Africa and she's in Maryland. And, she brings up how before when they were all together, they were always fussing and fighting about Ronald coming to America. She was on 90 Day Fiance the other way because she was going to move to South Africa to be with him after meeting him like twice, okay? And I'm like, you a whole fool. And she had a whole son who thought that it was crazy. But when she got there and kind of seen, one, he didn't really have any money. He was not, he was not financially stable. Two, he was fresh out of rehab, which she knew. And then three, the living situations in South Africa based on what they could afford with their limited incomes was like, living in poverty. But, she was living in Maryland with her mama. So, if you don't have your own house, you kind of live in poverty, too, because you ain't got your own. But, she did not want to stay in South Africa. Then she got pregnant, and she did not want to give birth in South Africa. So, again, she's like, we ain't going to move here. You need to move to America. So, that's what they had been fussing about. Because, again, his thing was, you were supposed to move here. We do see them two video chatting or whatever. We see the son is there, the daughter there. The son is 9. Which is it's her daughter, but he's the it's her son he ain't the bio dad, but he is the dad in the boy's life and everything, and they together have a daughter. She got pregnant like right before they got married. She got pregnant the day she went to South Africa and met that man out of rehab. Could not be him, not with my coochie. But it was cute seeing them all talking whatever, and the baby girl broke the son's computer. I was like, she a strong ass baby. She cracked the whole screen by this whole, I'm like, oh, that was a cheap ass computer. Either way, the son like, I can't believe she broke my computer. And so I will buy you a new one. But I'm like, ain't neither one of y'all working, okay? She not working and he not working, so who gonna pay for it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm like, do what you gonna do. Wait on that. Now, Tiffany brings up how she's a makeup artist, so for her, she has not been working at all, and she feel like, I don't know how, even once this thing is over, like how I would work, because my whole work is about touching people's faces. I'm a makeup artist. I'm saying I am a makeup artist, and I'm like, girl, people will still want their makeup done. People been getting their makeup done in quarantine. Okay, if you a good makeup artist and you have clients, they gonna want their makeup done. And I think if you have gloves on and a mask on, I do believe you can do someone's makeup. What you should do right now is practice doing makeup with a mask on and with gloves on to make sure that you're able to do it, in the best way possible. And I think the client would have to come and have their face fully washed and clean, okay, and clean. And as long as you're wearing a mask and they don't sneeze, that may be the safest way to not, infect each other. Because touching someone's clean face would not get you infected. If you have gloves on and a face mask on, if they sneeze on you or cough on you, or if their hands aren't clean, then that's something different. But there's ways around it, in my opinion. Anyway, she brings up how a few months ago, Ronald relapsed. Okay, now we know he was not a drug addict, but he was like an alcoholic and a gambler, a burglar. He was a burglar. He sold his mama refrigerator. He pawned it. I'm like, who does that? Because he had a gambling problem. So he told her a few months ago that he relapsed and he went to go gamble. But I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. I'm sorry for not, for lying. Okay, we know that. But I'm like, he probably ain't got nothing else to do with South Africa. So we do see him in South Africa, and things are also on lockdown there as well. And he says things are pretty chaotic and everything. So, there is a ban on cigarettes and alcohol right now. So people have been looting the stores to get alcohol and cigarettes. I do feel like people who smoke cigarettes, who can't get their cigarettes, baby, that's horrible. I told you, I smoked cigarettes, Newport 100 in a box, okay, for 10 years. And when I quit smoking, it was the first 30 days is the worst. And that's what someone I wanted to quit. I couldn't imagine a person who don't want to quit and they just want a cigarette. Like, I ain't saying looting is right. I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is, I understand what they was going through. He also brings up how because people aren't working and they don't have any money, people have been looting the grocery store trucks. So, like, when grocery stores are getting deliveries or whatever, people have been, robbing the trucks to get food because they can't get no food nowhere. I'm like, oh, it's difficult over there, okay? Anyway, so Ronald has to just stand in the house, playing video games and keeping to himself or whatever, and just chilling out, video chatting with his mama, because, again, his visa is on standstill because of the pandemic, so he can't even get up to America, so they just have to wait. Now, he brings up how he and Tiffany been fussing a lot or whatever because she be upset that he's always at the house playing video games and she's always at the house with the kids. I say she's talking as if he can easily drive to pick the kids up. I'm like, he's in a whole different country. There's nothing that he can do from South Africa to help you with the kids on a regular basis, because at the end of the day, you are there with the children. I'm not saying that he can't, help the little boy with his homework over the phone or over video, whatever. But that little baby, he can't soothe. What you want? He's in a different country. He can't gamble. He can't drink. He can't work. What else do you want him to do? How you upset that a man in a different country is playing video games all day in the middle of a pandemic? Hopefully he ain't cheating on you. Girl, you have to. I feel like that is the type of irrational bullshit that aggravated me with Tiffany before, because she kept basing things off unrealistic situations. I'm looking like, you mad because he playing video games in South Africa during the pandemic and he can't, girl. So she sets up a marriage counseling Zoom session. We know him, her, and this lady or whatever. I'll be honest, I have no idea what she was complaining about. She was just, I just felt like, things that have been going on, and it takes me back to what happened before, because he was gambling. I'm looking like, okay, he gambled one time, but he ain't did it again. So you have to either accept that an addict will sometime relapse. You have to accept that and not keep getting so caught up in it. As long as he didn't gamble away his rent money, he gambled $20, let that go. Again, he ain't out here sucking dick for money. Get worried when he starts sucking dick for money. That's a point where you need counseling, okay? But she also said she felt like, I feel like when he does something wrong, I be forcing him to tell me he's wrong and for him to apologize or whatever because I see what he did is wrong. I'm looking like, Tiffany, grow up. You married a man who had a gambling problem, fresh out of rehab, and all these issues he had, and you knew it, and you put yourself in this scenario. But some stuff, you're just making it more stressful on yourself. Should Ronald gamble? No. But if he wants to gamble as a grown man, can he do it? Yes. He's a grown-ass man, dog, and he has to suffer the consequences. But I feel like as long as he out here sucking dick for money or gambling away, rent money, if he gamble one time here and one time there, I don't see an issue with it. I don't think it's that bad. I don't know. Not yet. But as his wife, she has the right to be upset at whatever he's doing. I'm just saying, you put yourself in that situation with that man with a gambling issue, so it's on you. Okay, leave it be. And now, really, girl, they get on my nerve because I'm like, girl, I don't know why he's doing this. He's hurting the person who's done nothing to him. And I feel like you married a gambler and an addict. Your fault. Anyway, we then have someone I give 0 fucks about. Jesse. Okay, I was like, look, when they showed, Jesse's 27 from Amsterdam. When Jesse's face popped up on the screen, I promise you, I was like, bitch. I was mad. I was upset. I'm like, why? For what? Por qué? Look, I don't give a fuck about Jesse. I don't care about what he got going on. I don't care about why he quarantined. I don't care about nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to make quarantining fun, so I went to a hotel. I don't give a fuck. Okay, fuck Jesse, his flip-flops, his hotel room, his sauna, okay, his toothbrush, his coffee mug, everything. Fuck him as a human being, okay? No. Of all the people y'all can show to bring on Jesse, man, fuck Jesse. I'm not giving up a damn. Next, no one cares about Jesse. No one, okay? Jesse don't even care about Jesse. I was like, bitch, I was so upset when they showed Jesse. So anyway, next up we have Rachel and John, okay? I watched Rachel and John's season. They're both 36. Rachel is from New Mexico, okay? John's from New England, okay? Yes. Now they have been together. They've known each other and been together, so to speak, for 4 years. They have been married right now for 2 years and everything. Now they still live separately. Okay, he's still in England and she's still in New Mexico. Mainly because his stuff ain't been approved yet. So they both feel like we've been living in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? This whole time we've been together, so it's not even weird for us to, be separate right now. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we've been living this way this whole time. And, she brings up how they have not seen each other in person in 6 months. And I said, well, I guess that was what it was. Now, she recently lost her job of 7 years. So, that puts John's visa at risk. Now, they had been trying to get his visa stuff together or whatever, but they had just submitted the paperwork to get him over here 4 months ago. I think it's because they couldn't afford it. Now, I think as well that they are on what now? I don't care what's going on. Okay, I'm going on with this was right here. So, because she lost her job and, they wanted to get him here, and I liked them as a couple. I think they were a real couple who was really in love and who really wanted to be together. And it's unfortunate that I don't think he got no money because he still lived with his mama. Okay, and they got married 2 years ago. You ain't moved out with your mama too, but if you own a house and where you live at, stay there, but I digress. But, so anyway, they have called a lawyer because, again, with her losing her job or whatever, that may risk him being able to come over here. And the lawyer brings up how, with you not having a job now and you no longer being able to financially support him, you know what I'm saying? If you can't support him, then, they will not allow you to be his sponsor to come here. That sucks. Okay, so they would need to have someone else who would be willing to sponsor him or co-sponsor him and they would have to like agree to support him financially for the next 10 years if he ever, like if he wasn't working or whatever, he can't get like on welfare or whatever. This sponsor would have to financially cover his living expenses or whatever for up to 10 years. And I was like, what? It's like getting it's like a co-signer. It's like a co-signer for a car or a house. I'm like, you need a co-signer for a human being, girl. I cannot. Now, they both bring up how they have been kind of ignoring, these bad pitfalls that have been happening to them recently, whatever. And it's kind of still going on with life. And I said that may be the reason y'all keep having pitfalls. Y'all keep ignoring them. Can't keep ignoring them. And we then see Rachel calls her best friend. I think I had the best friend around somewhere. Is the best friend around here? Okay, yeah, here she go. So she called her best friend. Best friend down here. Okay, let's put her picture up here. So Rachel's best friend is who she called because, as she said, her family has never been quite supportive of her and John's relationship. Okay, and so for that reason, she doesn't want to ask her family if any of them will sponsor him financially. Okay, so she's like, hey friend, hey girl, what's going on? Nothing, girl, I lost my job. Yes, I heard that. So what's going on with you and John? Well, because I lost my job, Laura said A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So we would need like somebody to like co-sponsor him, for him to come over here. So I'm wondering, would you, be open to possibly being his co-sponsor if it ever comes to that point? I think she means if I don't get another job, because she was at her same job for 7 years. If I don't get another job and enough time to make enough money to support him, would you then be my co-sponsor for my husband from England? Okay. And she was like, I would need to know like what it all entail, like what would I need to do, to do that. If I know everything that is required of me, sure, I don't mind helping you, whatever, because we're friends, and that's what friends are for. And I thought to myself, would I ask Karla to pay for a human being I can't afford? I don't think I would. I don't think I would call Karla. Like, Karla, I need you to co-sponsor my boo for me. Because I would not want to have that kind of contractual connection with my best friend, because if me and old dude don't work out, my best friend is on the hook, and then we both on the hook, and she'll be pissed at me for getting us on. No, I would not. If I can't afford a human being, I don't need to have him over here. I just don't. Like, he would have to wait until I can afford him. Like, that's just how I feel about it. I don't want nobody, helping me pay for my own human being. Not on my watch. And so that was kind of odd with them. And I'm like, girl, let's get it fixed. And then lastly, we had a couple, Larry and Jenny from season 1. And I was like, why did they not sit somewhere else? Why were they sitting behind that fucked up ass? That blind needs to die, okay? That girl, I'm like, do y'all have children? I think they have a dog. I'm like, y'all need a new blind, okay? Now, they live in a trailer park. Not trailer park. They live in an RV park, and they need new blinds, okay? Now, they bring up how, the RV park that they stay in, have been kicking people out, mainly because it was people who were coming in town from different cities, different states, doing the package town or whatever, and the RV park did not want to risk either their people getting sick or whatever, so they were kicking people off of, the RV park land or whatever. But he says, I've been here for 4 years. I'm saying, so because I've been here for 4 years, they know me, and so they allowed me to stay. I was like, RV living is not for me. I need a full tub, a full shower, a full bed. Okay, a queen and king size bed at that. But I'm like, I don't know if I can stay there for that long. But again, they've been there for 4 years, so it's fine. We also see how Jenny wants to be a singer. Okay, so she be outside the little trailer RV park of theirs, their RV, and she be singing karaoke. And I'm like, I get, now she's singing karaoke in her language or whatever, because she's from the Philippines, and he is 40 and she is 27. I don't know how long they've been married or whatever, but again, they were on season 1, so you do the math. Anyway, so again, she wants to be a singer, so she was singing karaoke or whatever, but she said, I was also working at a nail salon, but of course it's closed now, so she practices at home on Larry. I said, okay, because she said she, I guess she just started to do nails, so she wants to learn to get better and better at doing them. I say, keep your skills up. Keep your skills up. And Larry says, I'm still working full time, you know what I'm saying, because I'm in the restaurant business, you know what I'm saying. I've been in the restaurant business for years, so, you know what I'm saying, I'm considered an essential worker. He works at McDonald's. Okay, now, first of all, that's fine, because I like me a good chicken nugget, okay? I like a good chicken nugget and some good fresh fries from McDonald's. If you get the fresh fries, they're delicious. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? When he kept saying, like, I've been in the restaurant business, and I was like, oh, it's McDonald's? Okay, I like a chicken nugget. But anyway, he also brings up how because of, the package and everything, their lobby is closed, so nobody can come in and eat. So, it's all drive-through and whatnot. So they have been, even though he's still full-time, they cut his hours more and more every week. Like, it's like an hour or two less or whatever. Because, again, it's just not as busy as it is. And I'm like, that's so sad. So that sucks right now. And that's really all that it was for them. You know what I'm saying? Girl, team too much. Anyway, that was the whole episode. I will talk to y'all next time. Do not forget to also like, to comment, and to share this video. To follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And until next time, people. Peace.